Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva, Jayo Gurudeva. Nam Sankirtan ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Please sing the Mangalacharan verses. Hopefully everyone knows. If not, please follow. Okay. Om Ajnanantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutam Atam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajeevam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitan Sahagana Lilita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Mitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhanu Tute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Nityananda Bhagwan ki Jai. Jai. Thank you so much everyone for coming for Sunday Feast program. So I don't know, just an ask quick question. Do you know what I'm going to talk about? Jagannatha katha. Yes, we're still in the same, still doing the same katha. Right? We're continuing the same katha. Okay. Before that, one question. How many of you saw the deities? Do the dash of the deities? I hope everyone. Do you see anything different? What is it? What is the difference? About the deities. They have chandan on the forehead. Do you see that? The chandan. Why do you have chandan? Chandan Yatra was, when was started? When did it start? Yesterday, Akshay Tritiya. Chandan Yatra started. Right? So for 20 days, almost 20 days, 21 days, the Lord is supplied full of chandan. Right? Especially India, during this time it starts getting hot. So the Lord is applied chandan because it has a cooling effect. Right? That's why they lep lagana, they apply chandan on the forehead. Not just the forehead, if you see Radha Madhav, entire face is there, body, everything is whatever you see, they have chandan. They have blue color chandan or different color chandan. Right? And this very small, nice pastime comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhurila chapter 4, regarding Madhavendra Puri. Do you know Madhavendra Puri is? Anyone? He is the source, you could say. He comes in Madhva Sampradaya, but he is the one who started the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, you could say. He is a source, Madhavendra Puri. And he's in spiritual world, he's a Kalpavriksha, desire fulfilling tree. So I'll give a quick pastime about Chandana Yatra, just regarding that pastime, and then we'll come back to Jagannatha Katha again. Okay? So Madhavendra Puri found a deity of Gopalji. So now I think the deity was initially found on the top of Govardhan. And that deity is now in where? Nathdwara, Rajasthan. Shirajji, Gopal, right? That is the same deity what Madhavendra Puri found in Vrindavan. So the Lord said, came into a dream, please, I'm buried here for a long time. Please take me out. He took him on this very wonderful, nice festival. Madhavendra Puri engaged all the villagers. Big, nice Annakut celebration. It's a wonderful celebration. Right? And then Lord said later, I'm feeling very hot. Can you get some chandan from Malaya Hill, from near Jagannath Puri? Please fetch it for me. Well, okay. So he engaged some devotees to take care of the deity in the meantime. And he traveled from Vrindavan all the way to Jagannath Puri. Okay. And before he came there, before he reached Jagannath Puri, the news of his arrival, or he's going to come, reach there. Devotees knew he's coming. They have a very nice, grand welcome from Madhavendra Puri. Before that, before reaching Jagannath Puri, he stopped one place, Ramuna. Ramuna is where the famous Kheer Chor Gopinath, where the Lord stole some kheer for Srila Madhavendra Puri. Right? He stayed for some time there, and then he moved to Jagannath Puri. And as I mentioned, the devotees had arranged everything. They knew that Madhavendra Puri needs chandan, camphor, everything. So they had put everything in the carts. Everything was ready. Oh, thank you so much. Right? And while coming back, he stopped again at Ramuna. Okay? And the Lord then said, Gopalji came to dream and said, don't worry, don't come all the way here. You apply chandan on Ramuna, Gopinath, and I will feel the cooling effect in Vrindavan. Okay? That's how Chandan Yatra started. The applying of chandan on Gopinath. Right? And same chandan, and very similar lines, Chandan Yatra is also celebrated in Jagannath Puri also, in a very different way. But when Lord Jagannath is applied full of chandan, just you can see his big round eyes remaining, entire body is full of chandan. Right? That is Chandan Yatra. Okay? Just want to give a quick mention, since it started yesterday on Akshaya Tritiya. Okay. So, who remembers the pranam mantra for Lord Jagannath? Who remembers? No one remembers? You should heard this. When it comes to Lord Jagannath, at least very small prayer, it's not even complicated, very, very simple prayer. Okay? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much. Please memorize this. Prabhu, next slide, Prabhu. So we'll recite this once again, okay? Right here, okay? Neelachal Divasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namaha. Very simple, right? Neelachal Nivasaya, one who resides in Neelachal. When Nityaya Paramatmane, eternally resides, not like our 30-year mortgage and they move somewhere. No, he resides eternally. Okay? And he is the Paramatma also. Okay? Neelachal Nivasaya, one who resides in Neelachal eternally, and he is the Paramatma. Alone? No. Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam. Subhadrabhyam is Dvibachan. Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam. Along with Balabhadra and Subhadra. Right? And Jagannath Thayate Namaha. To that Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra Subhadra, I offer my respectful obeisances. This is very simple prayer. There must be big prayers we can recite, but this is very simple prayer we can recite. Okay? So I will give because it's been a long time, there's a big gap since I last got a chance to speak on Lord Jagannath, appearance of Lord Jagannath. A very quick recap, just like we have Hindi serials, before the start of the serial, recap. Ab aage. Now forward, right? Similarly, just quick recap. Okay? So we started with Lord Brahma meditating on the Lord, and he was feeling very sad for us living entities. And the Lord came in front of him in Garuda and said, go to Sri Kshetra, Puri Kshetra basically, and we'll get all what you need. Okay? He came there and he saw a big Kalpavruksha tree, Nilgiri, winding spread over 2 miles. Beautiful Rohini Kund. He saw a crow coming in, drinking the water from Rohini Kund, and then getting the forearm form and then going back. It's like, what happened? What is going on here? Right? And then Yamaraj came. My job is gone. If everyone comes here, drinks a sip of water from Rohini Kund, where will I go? Right? So they have a nice conversation. And like Mother Lakshmi then says, neither you, Yamaraj, nor Brahma, nor anyone, no one has authority over this place. Because they are all living living in this place is very, very dear to Lord Vishnu, Nilmadhav. Okay, you can do your job elsewhere. Okay, not here. Okay. So Mother Lakshmi then gives a very nice description of the wonderful, glorious qualities, pastimes of Sri Kshetra. He gives a Markandeya Rishi, also many stories, many pastimes. And then at the end, she says to Lord Brahma, very, very soon there will be a king called King Indradumna. Okay? Please help him perform 1000 Ashwamedh Yajna. Okay? Just that's it. Very soon he'll appear. Okay. And then, we could say, after a long time, who appeared? Mother Indradumna. He was in Avanti, Ujjain, present-day Ujjain. That's his capital. Okay, and he was in his court, and he wanted to know what is the best of the holiest places. What's the best? And he had so many, people in his court asking, do you know? And one traveling mendicant was in the assembly, and he told, when I was a child, I used to go to all different places of holy places, pilgrimage, and I went to northeastern side of the Bharatvarsha. There's a beautiful place called Nilagiri. Okay, and there's the best of the holiest places. King Indradumna was very, very eager to go, but to know more about the place, to find where exactly the place is. And he engaged his minister's son. What is the name of the minister's son? Anyone remembers? Vidyapati. His son of his minister, very trusted minister. Okay, Vidyapati. He said, you go, find out. He started traveling. Okay, he started walking on the banks of river Mahanadi. And before he entered Jagannath Puri or Sri Kshetra, he entered one place. Who can the next slide, please? This is how it's called, Shankha Kshetra. The entire Jagannath Puri is in the form of Shankh. Just Vrindavan is for the lotus, Navadvip is in the form of lotus. Right? This is Puri Kshetra or Sri Kshetra in the form of a Shankha. It's called Shankha Kshetra. Okay? So now, before you enter Sri Kshetra, there's a place you enter. It's like the Dwarpal. Who is the Dwarpal? Who is the Dwarpal of Lord Vishnu? Lord Shiva. Okay? So the place is the Lord, name of the Lord there is Lingaraj. Prabhu, next slide please. This is the temple of Lingaraj, Lord Shiva. And I told this pastime also I told. The pastime of Lord Shiva. Basically, the pastime comes in Krishna book also. Paundraka. Remember Paundraka pastime? He wanna be Vishnu. He wanted to be like Vishnu. Attaching artificial arms and stuff. Right? And the pastime, the big, wonderful pastime, Lord Shiva finally asked Lord Krishna, where can I stay? You burned down the entire Banaras, Varanasi. Where will I stay? Oh, you can stay here. It's Lingaraj. One of the Jyotirlingas, first Jyotirlinga or the most prominent Jyotirlinga of Lord Shiva. Right? It's Lingaraj. Okay? Yeah, keep it like this, Poo. Okay, keep it like this. Okay. Then he started walking. And he started going through thick bush, started getting real dense, and he's become very tired, to pull out, make aside all the bushes, it becomes very tough. He sat down one place, and he did not see anyone. It's like, isolated place kind of. But suddenly he heard a group of people, okay, tribesmen. And he found them. And he said, oh my dear sir, what are you doing here? Such a remote place. And they told that this order from the king, I'm here to find Lord Nilmadhav. One mendicant from the court said, that kind of story. And Vishnu said, oh, okay. So he was kind of happy and sad. He said sad because he knew that if his minister is here, very soon the entire kingdom or king with entourage will come. And the intimate service which we are doing right now with Lord Nilmadhav, that will go away. Right? So, but he was kind of happy, okay, someone has come. As a guest, right? So he brought him, first of all, and said, we'll have to have some prasad. He said, no, I have taken a vow not to eat anything until I see Lord Nilmadhav. Okay. So he took him to the Rohini Kund, sprinkled some water on the head, and then took him to see Lord Nilamadhav on a sapphire blue colored altar. The sapphire blue deity of Nilamadhav is standing with 4 arms, the Lord Vishnu form. Okay, very beautiful. And he offered wonderful prayers to Lord Nilamadhav. After that, the prasad time, best part, right? Prasad time. And then he started saying, what is this amazing dishes, wonderful ambrosial, nectarian dishes. He said, how can they make this kind of stuff in a forest? And he very, very innocently asked Vishwasu, where do you find all this? Oh, okay, since you are very near to me, I will tell you. At night, the devatas from the heavenly planets, they come and they do Sankirtan. They glorify Lord Nilamadhav. They offer them heavenly bhoga. And that heavenly bhoga becomes heavenly prasad. Free food. Free prasad. When we get all the prasad. And this is what you are saying, this heavenly bhoga, prasad you are saying here. And it tastes very, very nicely he has all the prasad. Okay? And then, finally, Vishwasu says, Vidyapati says, I think I need to leave now. I need to go and inform the king that I found the deity. You need to come soon. He said, okay, no problem. Please be on your way. And when Vidyapati left, suddenly there was a big sandstorm in the area. Trees are being uprooted, animals are running here and there. And the entire area was filled with sand. And Lord Nilamadhav was buried and lost. Okay. Suddenly the devatas and the tribesmen, they started crying, they were feeling the pangs of separation from the Lord. Oh, why can't we see you? How will we serve you? How will we survive without seeing you, without serving you? And they said, Akashvani, saying that, no, don't worry, you will see, from now on, I will not appear in this world anymore, in this form of Nilamadhav. But very soon I will appear in some other form. Please be patient. Okay? And Vidyapati did not do anything, He just enjoying the wonderful beauty, lush green beauty of Sri Kshetra. Okay? And he finally reached the king, Avantipur. And he narrated the entire incident to Maharaj Indradumna. And he's saying, perfect, pack your bags, let's go. No delay. We'll go right now, we'll go to Sri Kshetra, Puri Kshetra. Okay? And they started packing their bags. Okay? So they started packing their bags. And it's like a big procession. I think last time I mentioned about the marriage of Lord Ram and Sita. Anyone remembers last time? So the line was so long, the first person was in Videha, the Majanak, and the last person was still in Ayodhya. That's how long the line was to see the divine couple. Right? And in Vrindavan also, after chapter 10, after Damodar pastime, everyone started moved from Gokul to Vrindavan. Okay, the last pastime Gokul was Damodar pastime. After that, because Nandamara said, too much. Every time there's some demon or the other. This is not going to work. Okay? So they moved from Gokul to Vrindavan. Even there's a Lord Shiva coming in. See, if in Gokul, right, many pastimes happen in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. In Vrindavan, none of the demons came and did anything in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. You know why? Because the Nandagram was called Nandishwar Parvat. Nandishwar is none other than Lord Shiva. Sachindadev Bhagwan ki jai, Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Shiva Paat ki jai. Nandishwar Parvat. And the Lord Shiva said, from now on, no one will enter this house, no demon will enter the house. We are safe here. Right? This is other pastime, I will tell some other time. Right? So, Lord Shiva is again there in that form. Okay? And, okay. So now, before he started, leaving for Sri Kshetra, Nilagiri, Narad Muni appeared, the transcendental spaceman, Kalaha Priya, as Prabhupada says. Right? So he came there, and of course, as an etiquette, what did Indra Maharaj do? Got up from his own seat, throne, and say, oh, my dear Nadmini, please you sit here. And he sat below. That's Vaishnava etiquette. Right? And what did he inquire? Nadmini, kaise chal raha hai? How is the world going on? Did he ask like that? No. Please tell us something about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please tell us something about Krishna. That's what we should inquire from a great saintly soul when we see them. Okay? And Nadmini said, sure. And we said, can you also come with us, accompany us, and tell us the glory of Puri Kshetra? Sure. No, let's go. And they all went. And fast forward, finally they arrived in Sri Kshetra. Okay? And there, Indra Maharaj got to know that, of course, they entered through Lingaraj, right? Before they entered Puri Dham, right? And they finally entered there. And there they came, Maharaj, king, comes to know that Lord Nilmadha has disappeared from the world. He'll never be seen. He felt, and hearing that, he faints. What is the use? It's better to commit suicide. There's no point in living. No point in living. Then Nadmuni gives a very nice and beautiful instruction. Okay? He says that those who desire Shreyas, long-lasting benefits, must develop patience. Why should you endure life? After countless births in the material world, a conditioned soul finally attains the human form of life. After so many forms of 8.4 million species of life, finally get a human body. Why should you waste your life? Human life is meant for understanding our relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And this beautiful verse in connection, I mentioned last time also, 7.6.1. 7th canto, where Prahlad Maharaj, Narasimha pastime. Next slide. This is the verse. Chipraraduvacha Kaumaram Acharet Prajno. Please. Dharman Bhagavataniha Durlabham Manusham Janma Taddapya Dhruvam Arthadam. So what is being said here? Iha means in this world or in this human form of life. Prajno. Prajno is who? Intelligent people. In this world, intelligent people should do what? Kaumaram Acharet. In the very early stages of life, they should acharan, they should develop, they should practice. What? So Iha Prajno Kaumaram Acharet. In this life, intelligent people should perform from the very stages starting of life. What? Bhagavatan Dharman. Things related to Lord Krishna, Bhagavan. They should start performing activities related to Lord Krishna. Bhagavatan Dharma. I say why? Because Durlabham Manusham Janma. Because this human form of life is very Durlabha. Manusha Janma is Durlabha. Okay? And Tad Api Adhruvam. Adhruvam means temporary. Okay? Temporary. Insignificant. Right? Impermanent. But still it has some value. Arthadam. Even though it's impermanent or temporary, it has still some function. It's still useful. That is what being talked about here. Okay? For translation, would anyone have to read the translation? Hand raised. Yes, Mati, please. Right? So, Adhruvam Arthadam. Even though it's impermanent, it is very beneficial. Best use of the bad bargain. Bad bargain, right? Prabhupada says. Okay? So, he gives such instruction to Indra Maharaj. And he says, okay, fine. And then he says, install the deity of Lord Narasimha Dev first. Gundicha temple, behind Gundicha temple in Jagannath Puri, is Lord Narasimha Dev temple. Prabhu, next slide, Prabhu. Right? This is Lord Narasimha Dev, behind Gundicha temple. Okay, the temple was built by Vishwakarma himself. Okay? And then he said, let's build a big yajna, fire sacrifice. And Vishwakarma and all the associates built the fire sacrifice, the place for sacrificial arena, and a big majestic throne kept for Indra, Devendra. Okay? And then they start offering fire sacrifice. Okay? For pleasing Lord, who is the Yajna Purusha? Or Vishnu. Yajna arthat karmana annatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Yajna arthat, for Yajna, Prabhupada says there, from Bhagavatam he quotes, Yajna is under the name of Lord Vishnu. Okay? And then, King Indra receives a dream at night. What is a dream? A dream. At the end of 7th night, Maharaj has a visionary dream. He saw the Lord of the universe in his abode at Shweta Dvipa, a white island in the ocean of milk, lying on Anantadeva, with millions of hoods. And one of those two eyes are piercing, looking at Indra Maharaj. Okay? And there, the Lord Purushottama is laying comfortably on Ananta's soft white body. Very nicely he's laying. Very, very peacefully. With Mother Lakshmi massaging his lotus feet. And he was very thrilled on seeing this beautiful, vision. He tells Narad Muni. Narad Muni says, Shantam Bhavati. Calm down, okay? Let the entire yajna finish, and then you can tell everyone. Okay? Later that day, some citizens came, they were taking bath in the river, in the sea. If you see in Jagannath Puri, it's right beside the sea. Some citizens were taking bath in the sea, and they're coming out. And they came and they told the king that we saw a magnificent tree floating in the ocean. Very sweet fragrance with symbols of chakra, shankha on the wood. It was very mysterious. So Narad Muni answered, okay, please listen. Last night, the Lord revealed himself to you, O king. But today, he has been seen by many. For the benefit of all following conditioned souls, the Lord will reveal himself in a form carved from wood. Okay? There's no difference between the potencies of the Archa Vigraha we say, the form of the Lord, and those of the personal form of the Lord. The form of the deity is called Archa Vigraha, so that it can be easily appreciated by common man. We can't see with this Jada Indriya, we can't see, because Lord is Adhokshaja, who is Pare, who is transcendental to the mundane vision. Okay? So for us, for showing pity or compassion upon us, he has come in this particular form. Okay? The Lord is transcendental to our mundane senses. He cannot be seen with our present eyes, nor can he be heard with our present ears. Even though we are not free from sin, the Lord is kind enough to allow us to see him in this Archamurti. Okay? So now you should all go to seashore and bathe in the sea. Then arrange to have the tree brought here to Mahavedi, the sacrificial altar. Okay? So you should all go, take bath in the sea, and bring the wood. Okay? To next slide, please. This is a photo I found. Right? Bring the daru. Daru matlab not liquor. Okay? Daru here means wood. I'll show the praman also for that. Okay? So now, the place where they found the log of wood is called as Chakratirtha. Okay? Next slide, please. Chakratirtha. This is where the log of wood first found initially. Okay? So king arranged to have the tree pulled. Next slide, Prabhu. Again, same image. Yeah. The king arranged to have the tree pulled out of the water and transferred to the sacrificial altar. Then he started thinking, who would carve the Lord's form? Who would carve? Who is qualified to perform the work? He started having all these questions, thoughts in his mind. And then, very beautiful supernatural voice, Akashvani. But he said, this sacred daru wood should now be covered. Okay? It should now be covered. And Shri Sanatana Goswami in his Brihad Bhagavatamrita beautifully says, few verses, okay? He defines daru, it's called daru Brahma. Okay, he defines daru Brahma. He's called daru Brahma because he is the absolute truth in wood. Daru means wood. And because he destroys the miseries of material existence. So the verse is, Samudrasyottare tire asteshi purushottame purananda mayam brahma daru vyaja sharira bhrat. The verse in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Shri Sanatana Goswami writes, at Shri Purushottama on the northern shore of the ocean resides supreme absolute truth, full of perfect ecstasy. He has assumed a transcendental body that appears wooden. Okay? And in the commentary to that, he quotes another verse from Brihad Vishnu Puran. He says, in the land of Orissa, on the blue mountain, at Sri Purushottam Kshetra, the ecstatic and all spiritual Lord is present in wood, in the form known as Jagannatha. Okay? And the same thing is mentioned, similar thing is mentioned in 11th canto, where Krishna is giving Uddhav Gita. Uddhav Gita. In one chapter, he's talking about the process of Archanam. Okay? And he says the word, Shaili Darumayi Lohi Lepya Lekhya Cha Manohi Mata Vidhasmrita. If you see the word, Shaili Darumayi. But Daru is also there in Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Daru here means the Lord Jagannath is made of wood, the log of wood. And maybe in future sessions, they will tell you how do they determine which tree to use to make Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. It's not just, IBC, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, let's pick this. No, they don't do that. And they toss. They don't put toss or dice, nothing. They have proper, they see the many things on the wood and finally decide. So at later session, I will share that. Okay? And the supernatural voice says, a carpenter will very soon appear. And he should be given complete privacy. Aisa nahi ki kya chal raha hai, no peeking, nothing. Complete privacy. Should be, we'll tell you what to do next, but as of now, complete privacy. Okay? And there are other variations of this pastime. Okay? One variation is, it is closed and started carving. Very old person comes and started tuck, 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 the noise comes. No? And suddenly, from this noise, stops. And they say, kya ho gaya? Maharaj is very, bolte na, kya ho gaya? What happened? What is going on? I don't see any, I don't hear any noise. Is it carving done? But then minister said, no, Maharaj, do not open. We're told not to open. Right? I said, no, but there's no sound. Something must be something wrong. If he's being, should I do? Should I not do? Should I open the door? Should I not open the door? What to do? Finally he opens the door. I can't take it anymore. He opens the door and see Lord Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. I said, they're incompletely carved. Oh no, what did I do? Yeah? So that's another variation of the pastime. Okay? But the other variation is, the carpenter finished. Okay? And then they say, the Akashvani said, now we'll employ all the people to paint the deity. Okay? You paint the deity. And while carving the deity and, before painting, while carving the deity, the very heavenly fragrance in the air, Parijata flowers found in the heavenly planets, they start showering. Sweet Ganga, water in the form of mist was imported to cool the atmosphere. So many wonderful things were happening. The king heard the voice of Mother Saraswati saying, now you should have your men assist the old carpenter by covering the form of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra with nicely decorated cloth and have them painted correctly. Lord Jagannath should be the color of fresh monsoon cloud. Lord Balram, white like the full moon, and Subhadra in saffron, and Sudarshan Chakra in red and white. Mother Saraswati told King Dhrimna. So they engage everything. Okay. After this, O king, you should then construct a temple for the Lord. Right? I put next slide to this Lord Jagannath. Right? How beautiful they look. Right? Big, round eyes. In Malayalam, we say, Unda Karna, we say. Big eyes. Okay? So next slide to this king opened the door, found Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra standing. Okay? Now, he told that king, you should now construct a big temple for the Lord of the universe, his brother and his sister. And make Vishwavasu and his descendants responsible for deity's painting and restoration. If you see Anavasar, right? When the Lord gets cough and cold, he gets sick, right? Bathing Sanatra, after Sanatra, right? They're sick. So what they do, they paint the deity, they prepare concoction, medicine to reduce the fever, make him cure, right? So the one who does that, they're called Daitapatis, Daitas. They're very, Daitas basically means very intimate servants in Sanskrit. Okay? So in Jagannath Puri, there are many castes, you could say, lineage. So vegetable cutting is one class of people. Cooking is another class. transferring the bhoga from here to another class, getting tulsi lives in another class. There's so many different activities involved, and the different people involved in that. And the devotees are the people involved in taking care of Lord Jagannatha, especially doing Anavasa ceremony. When he gets sick, they're called Daitas, Daitapatis. And they are the ones that are very intimate. They will say, as I mentioned last time, they call it Kallu. They call him like Kallu. Okay, can you imagine calling Kallu? Lord Jagannath? Yeah? Hey, Kalia. They call him like that. They're very intimate servants of Lord Jagannath. Right? So they take care. So they make sure Vishwasu and his descendants are the one responsible for doing that. Right? Because they lost the opportunity to serve, right? Initially, it got taken away from them. So Krishna reciprocated. I will let you take care of me when I'm most vulnerable, so to say, quote unquote. Okay? So a few more days passed, and the carpenters had made final adjustment. Everything was done, and finally the Lord was revealed. Form Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. Okay? Beautiful form. And I'll give you a brief description of the Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Okay? Lord Jagannath was the dark color of the dark monsoon cloud about to burst. Very dense. So this is just still, it's not the exact color of Lord Jagannath. Okay, just to. In Radha Krishna Ganudesh Deepika, we have Gaur Ganudesh Deepika by Kavi Karnapur, where he presents the different associates of Lord Chaitanya who they were in the Vrindavan pastime. There's Gaur Ganudesh Deepika. Okay? That's how we know who is Kedar Pandit, who is so many other associates, who is Mukunda Datta, who is Vasudeva Datta. So many people, right? Similarly, there's a book written by Shri Rupa Goswami. Name is Radha Krishna Ganudesh Deepika, where Krishna associates, Radha's associates, many things are mentioned in the book. One such aspect is mentioned is Krishna's beautiful description is mentioned. Krishna's this beautiful face, hand, everything so elaborately mentioned. At the end, Rupa Goswami says, this is just a mere, approximate. Because no one can describe the beauty of Lord Krishna. So this is just to get some spurti for bhakti, some stimulation for bhakti. This is not the exact description because it's indescribable, exact. Right? Krishna's beauty cannot be color. We can say monsoon cloud, like a monsoon cloud. We cannot say is a monsoon cloud. No, like, similar. He was smiling and he had a broad chest. His eyes conquered the beauty of blossoming lotus flowers, and his neck was as lustrous as a mirror of sparkling sapphires. The Lord's chin, tinged with buff, conquered the beauty of the Bantudi flower and increased the beauty of his mild smiling, which was like lustrous waves of nectar. So Krishna's beauty is the most attractive feature. Madhuram madhuram vapurasya vibhor, madhuram madhuram adharam madhuram. Madhurasi madhukhanti madhu smutame tadho madhuram 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 madhuram. It basically says Krishna's body is sweet and sweet. Madhuram madhuram vapurasya vibhor. Okay? Madhuram madhuram adharam madhuram. Krishna's lip is like 3 times sweet. Madhuram 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 3 times. Okay? Madhukhanti madhu smutame tadho. But Krishna's smile with the lips is madhuram 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 4 times. Right? So the most beautiful part of Krishna's face is the smile. Just like Krishna used to smile when it's Bal Gopal, the doorsman is like, Krishna, no, you're not allowed inside home. No makhan this time. Krishna smiles and it's like painted picture. And Krishna goes under his legs and does all the activity and comes out. Right? That's enchanting the smile of man. His white color defeated that of the full moon in autumn. His tall, strong, heroic stature made him seem like Cupid himself, and wore silk cloth on his body and a silk turban on his head. He wore golden earrings on his ears, golden bangles on his arms. His body was anointed with sandalwood pulp, Chandanatra. He was very nicely decorated with garland of flowers around his neck. He's whitish, like a spring cloud, right? Like a spring cloud. And then, between the two brothers stood their sister Subhadra, daughter of Vasudeva and wife Devaki. Like the goddess of fortune, she supplies all opulences to the supreme personality of Godhead in Vaikuntha planets. She is supremely chaste because she never divides her attention from the supreme person, Ananya. Right? Her benevolent smile approves the past sinful reactions of all those who see her. Now this is not just Jagannath, but Subhadra, this is one more person. Who is the one, fourth person? Sudarshan Chakra, right? On the left of Lord Jagannath stands Sudarshan Chakra. This is another pastime. Why is not on the hand of Lord Jagannath? Why is he standing left side? And the pastime. Okay? Is fashioned from a branch of the tree. Sudarshana means auspicious vision. Sudarshana is Sudarshana. Right? So he says one should take darshan of Sudarshan first. And then Lord Jagannath. Right? And chakra's only concern is to annihilate the demons. Sudarshan Chakra. Okay? So this is the, and King Indradumna basically worshipped or glorified Lord Jagannath with Purusha Sukta prayers. Lord Balram with Dwadasha Akshara, 12 syllable Gopala Mantra. And Subhadra with Devaki Sutta, Devi Sukta prayers. Okay? And is there a prayer to Lord Sudarshan anywhere? Do you know? Where was he? Yes, very nice. Thank you, Bhati. Very nice. In 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Maharaj Ambarish offered Sudarshan Chakra prayers to Lord Sudarshan. In the 9th canto, these 4 or 5 verses, he offers prayers to Sudarshan. Okay? Now the temple construction begins. Okay? Maharaj Indradumna has, has all the architects coming. Let's build a big plan. Just imagine Jagannath Puri, Lord, making the temple for the Lord of the universe. Okay? And he used the entire treasury to build temple. Okay? And the temple was almost completed. And Narad Muni said, now I have to go back to Lord Brahma and deal all the news till now, what happened, what is going on, all the report I have to give to Lord Brahma. Indradumna said, Maharaj said, oh, can I also come? Can you please take me? I'd love to see the Lord Brahma also. I said, okay, cool, let's go. Okay. So the temple was completed. Next slide, 2. This is Lord Jagannath temple. This okay? This is one entrance of Lord Jagannath. Okay? And finally they reach Brahmaloka. Okay? The topmost planet. And the gatekeeper asked, Shantam Bhavati, please wait for a few minutes. Lord Brahma is doing something inside his chamber. Okay, he'll come out. And while it was finished, and Brahma came out, some time passed. And that some time became a big time in earthly planet. Okay? So Lord Brahma said, Maharaj said, oh, please, if you can come and install deity yourself, Lord Brahma installing deity. How glorious, right? But he is talking, Durvasa Muni came in and said, oh, Pitamaha, oh my Lord Brahma, there are many exalted devatas and siddhas waiting outside, talk to you. So when can we come in? Lord Brahma said, okay, you also come in. Okay, come in. And then Lord Brahma said, okay, I would love to come, but then what happened? 71, one Manvantar has passed since you being here. So all dynasties, king, everything, what you thought of, gone. Okay? The temple is still there. You go and make preparations, I will come soon. Okay. And in the meantime, Durvasa Muni asked, oh Lord Brahma, what is the reason that the Lord Nilmada we worshipped has come in this wooden form? What is the reason? And the Lord Brahma then revealed. This secret has never been revealed to anyone, but now I will disclose it. The Lord has distributed himself all over the universe to give pleasure to the devotees. Okay? It is enjoined in the Shastra, no one should treat the deity in the temple as stone, metal or wood. And no one should think that the spiritual master is an ordinary human being. Arche Vishnu Shiradhir Guru Su Na Naramatir. Okay? Guru is not simple human being. One should strictly follow this Shastric injunction and worship the deity. For the first half of my life, Prarardha. Prarardha is first half. The Lord appeared as Nila Madhav. Now from this time on, the Lord will be worshipped in the wooden form of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, and of course Sudarshan Chakra. Okay? Now that Lord has appeared in this particular form. He has decided himself to come. Okay? And then what happened? After king came back, he saw the deities are still there. The temple is still there. And Devatas came along with various prayers. And they started glorifying Lord Big King Indradumna Maharaj. Okay? So Devatas started glorifying Maharaj Indradumna. But with so much humility, Maharaj said, king said, this could never been done. only because of celestial voice, or Akashvani, so many things, only because of that, the temple, all the things what has transpired was able to come to fruition. It's not because of me. I couldn't do anything. Okay? Soon Brahma will appear for the Pratishtha ceremony of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. Okay? After speaking, Narada said, okay, time to build because Lord Brahma is coming. And when Lord Brahma comes, along with him, many followers will come. Right? Make palatial houses, residential quarters for them to stay. And the king started building. Okay? So Vishwakarma built 3 enormous chariots to bring deities to Mahavedi temple. Okay? Prabhu, next slide, Prabhu. Right? 3 chariots of Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. Okay? They built 3 chariots. Vishwakarma built 3 chariots. And all they are different colors, their own different colors, everything. They have different, number of horses are different, color of horse is different, the driver is different. Sab kuch. They are all unique. All unique. Okay? Lord Jagannath's chariot flew with the symbol of Garuda. Subhadra's chariot flew with the lotus flower, the flag. Balram's chariot was stopped with the flag showing the plough. Haladhar. Okay? And hundreds of strong white horses pulled the carts. They bring to the proper place. And while this is going on, everyone could hear sound of flute, conch shell, veena, mridanga, fragrant Ganga. It's like something's different. Something's different now. What is something different? Any guesses? Brahma is going to descend down now. Brahma is going to come. Right? So, or just, before the Lord comes, like full sound, drum, conch shell, Kirtan is going on. Similarly, before Lord Brahma is descending, coming down, all sound of flutes, veena, mridanga, Ganga water, so many fragrances, it can, permeates the air. Okay? They look upwards and soon they sight Lord Brahma's white swan carrier, accompanied by thousands of heavenly beings. Just imagine the topmost person, of course, the Vidhata, one who writes the future, Vidhata, Pitamaha, right, says, is coming down. Okay? I'll just describe few things when he's coming down. The masters of the universal affairs surrounded the 4-headed creator, fanning him with yaktil, chamara. We have yaktil, whisk and peacock fans. Ganga, Yamuna were either side. The sun god and the moon god held umbrellas. Okay? And gentle breeze flew colorful flags. Vayudev. Perfected beings, Siddhas, were offering prayers. Apsaras were dancing to the enchanting rhythm. Gandharvas, Vidyadharas, other recently, heavenly residents were playing. Gandharvas were singing, Vidyadharas were dancing. Right? Amazing, beautiful ambience, you could say, to welcome Lord Brahma. Then what happened? Narad, Gandharvas and Siddhas held a gem-studded cane, to form a path for Lord Brahma from his swan carrier. For him to alight from his swan carrier to the ground, the beautiful staircase, they holding gem-studded canes and everything to welcome him. And seeing this, King Indra was so happy. Of course, Brahma has finally come. Right? And because he's born, directly from the navel of Lord Vishnu, he knows the exact purpose of the creation. Okay? We have different purpose. The purpose is different, but he knows the exact purpose. Okay? Supreme powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by his associates, left his own abode from the highest planet, Satyaloka, to descend to Lord Jagannath's temple in Sri Kshetra. Okay? And Brahma, when he came down, he said to Maharaj Indradyumna, you are so fortunate. So fortunate. Okay? And then Lord Brahma saw the 3 deities in the chariot and started praying to each one of them. There's a beautiful set of prayers, which I won't go because of the lack of time. But you could see in 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter, Brahma offers prayers to Lord. Not same, but no, he offers prayers. Before he starts creation, he offers prayers in 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he offers praise to Lord Jagannath first. Then he offered praise to Lord Balram. Very beautiful set of praise. And then later he offered prayers to Mother Subhadra, and then offered prayers to Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, all the four. Now, after that, what happened? Lord Brahma went to the Gurudeva's temple, Nilachal temple, and accompanied by the demigods, he inspected the Yajnashala. So he was given Shishinitai Shachanande Bhagwan ki Jai, Chasminasame Bhagwan ki Jai. We have 5 more minutes. We'll finish it meantime. So, Lord Brahma sat on the Divya Simhasan, on the beautiful majestic throne. Okay? And then Maharaj requested Sage Bharadwaj to please start performing the rituals for Pran Pratishtha, to install the deities. And all, everyone sat down, and the Brahmanas and all the Brahmarshis, they all doing perfect, wonderful Vedic rituals, elaborate rituals to invite or install Lord Jagannath in the temple. And with love and devotion, Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra were taken off the chariot and placed on the altar of the temple. And thousands of spectators, all the kingdom, the citizens of the kingdom, chanting, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Okay, chanting. And Nadmuni praises transcendental Veena. Okay, and they offer worship. Very, very beautiful worship. And the final part, almost done. And then what happened? The Lord, finally all the requests of Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma asked, okay, my Lord, you are in this form, then how should I worship you? Aage kya? What next? So on the request of Lord Brahma, Lord Jagannath disclosed the various upacharas, yatras, vratas to be performed for his worship. And this is mentioned in a book called Niladri Mahoday. In Skanda Puran is mentioned. It's part of Skanda Puran, where all the different ways to worship Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra is being mentioned. Okay? And the word is still, there are many, if you see in Jagannath Puri, they don't follow traditional Vedic standards. It's a very different way. And doesn't mean it's wrong, because Lord wants it. If anyone tries to make changes, the Lord makes sure, don't interfere in I know what I'm doing. So don't interfere in the process. The Mother Ekadashi, right? The Ekadashi Devi, ulta. There's no Ekadashi in Jagannath Puri. She's upside down. Very different way in Lord Jagannath. So wonderful, very wonderful. And because of social customs, we can see some people are not allowed in the temple, allowed inside the temple. Okay, but Lord Jagannath being very merciful, if you see, I think this, can you go back to the entrance of Lord Temple? Yeah, I think it's right there. You can see from outside, the first door they open for Lord Jagannath. Those who are not able to enter the temple, Lord Jagannath, there's a small entrance, the small door. That's the first door they open. They open the temple, so that those who not enter the temple and see Lord Jagannath in the altar, they can have this darshan. So many devotees from the Western world not able to enter, whatever reason, they see that. And being Lord, he says that when the patient is sick, go to doctor. The patient is really, really sick. Doctor comes to patient. And that's what happens. Right? So he says, okay, because of whatever reasons, my devotee is not able to come inside, I will go outside. That's it, Rathayatra festival. The Lord comes to see the sickly people of this universe and give a side, even though he's round eyes, he gives a sidelong glance. That's what Jagannath is. Even though he's round eyes, he gives a sidelong glance to increase the love of his devotees for himself. And he becomes very happy seeing them, and devotees become very happy seeing Lord Jagannath. And they're so wonderful, you can hug them. Alingan. Rathayatra, if you go Rathayatra, during actual Rathayatra time, when Lord reaches Gundicha temple, they stay there for some time. And they put a big ramp. And you can be in the line. And you can do Alingan of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. For a few moments, but you can get the sparsha of Lord Jagannath. Okay, so next time when we meet, we'll talk about some aspects of Lord Jagannath, on Jagannath Puri itself. Okay, some fascinating aspects which will make us go to Jagannath Puri. That is the main intent of this. Jana hai. eagerness should be developed to see Lord Jagannath. Or else it's just like cherry here and comes out. Okay? Thank you so much for patient listening. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya Sushan Jeev ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna, if devotees can stand and prepare for Artik. Thank you.